Yeah, man. So how the interview with Jeremy went, man?
Man, that bitch went, they went, you know what I'm saying? They appreciate him coming through, you know what I'm saying? Jeremiah Mad, y'all make sure y'all gonna check my boy out, you heard me? Comedian Jeremiah Mad.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, for real, fam, always been funny, man, since we were little kids, man.
Man, that's all that niggas do. Talk about niggas and blow on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Where we from, we call it blow.
Yeah.
Blow, crack. We got some people say bagging.
Roasting.
Roasting.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Same shit, just talking about motherfuckers. On some real shit when shit was real.
We started that till, boy, you don't get your nappy head ass on. We started that shit, man. You young, man. You can't do that shit nowadays, bro.
Man, cause you got too many people with being they feelings.
Real talk,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Why we call this shit fuck your feelings, you know what I'm saying?
Feelings.
We trying to help people get out their feelings, man. When we say fuck your feelings, man, we don't mean like, you know what I'm saying, you can't have a thought or you can have a thought or anything that you feel like, but just don't be in your feelings, man.
Real talk,
Like,
man. That shit, it's
have an open mind.
It's really ridiculous, man, cause you can't. A lot of people take shit serious on social media or person's opinion or you know what I'm saying. Like these little niggas out here getting guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they getting cracked on. Or somebody said they was gay or somebody talking about them or something. You know what I'm saying? Back then, man, we ain't even give a fuck.
Didn't give a fuck.
We had a comeback.
Straight up.
Shit, the comeback was like, alright, nigga, I got you. Watch this. Nigga come back harder on that
Yeah,
thing.
I'm gonna have something to talk about your ass about.
Yeah, real talk, yeah.
Real
So,
talk.
man, it's shit different nowadays, man, because people be in their feelings too goddamn much. And I feel what my boy is doing, man, he's trying to get y'all out of y'all feelings and use your mind, use your brain. Like, fuck your feelings, use your brain. Because you can't do nothing with your, you can't make rational decisions with your emotions.
Real talk. Because, you know what I'm saying, you got most females that be fucked up because a lot of females emotional and they think with their feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking with your feelings all the time ain't good, man. You might feel something about something at a certain point in time, you know what I'm saying? But all the time, man, sometimes you gotta say fuck your feelings and see how you gonna feel about that shit a little after, you know what I'm saying? Because everything you feel at the moment ain't always what it is.
Real
You
tough.
know, you give yourself a little time, you know what I'm saying? You might not even feel like that tomorrow. I might feel like fuck this nigga today, fuck that bitch today, and tomorrow I might feel different. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas say fuck your feelings, because your feelings will fuck you over sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
you wanted to, you know what I'm saying, going to do a podcast. And I just got off work. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of the motherfucker. But I'm right here because I know this some real deal shit you're doing right here, man. And I appreciate you bringing me on the show and everything. And I appreciate your support and all. But I just wanted to say I put my feelings to the side, man, because I know it's all about work. I know it's all about, you know what I'm saying, it's all about business.
straight up.
And that's another thing. Fuck your feelings.
Real talk.
If you're trying to do business, man, you can't put your feelings in it. But I believe no human being should even use their feelings when it's time to work anyway, especially in the place of work. You're trying to make your money for your house, for your household. The big people who send you them damn bills, they don't care about your feelings.
They don't give a damn about you.
On real. Shit, they want that money. So shit, you don't use your feelings making. Shit, real talk.
Real talk, yeah, man. You got don't nobody. That's why we say fuck your feelings too, man. I keep saying it because it's real. Because don't nobody, like you said, don't nobody really care about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you care about your feelings as far as, you know what I'm saying, yourself and what other people think?
Mm-hmm.
When other people really don't give a fuck, bruh. Like,
Cause they too busy thinking about their feelings.
Straight up, everybody feel what they feel within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect this person to feel what you feel, or expect that person to feel what they feel. Or you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own feelings, but at the end of the day, if y'all put y'all feelings to the side, maybe y'all can come to an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To understand.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we might not share the same feelings, but we can share the same understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Straight up.
Real talk.
It's called to agree to disagree, or to whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit real, man.
That's why we say leave comments at the bottom. Send a special request if you want to talk about a subject or something. Like, you know what? I want to talk about this thing in Wisconsin, man. And I don't want to step on no toes or nothing like that and everything. I'm just going to say what's real. And my condolences go out to the family out there that's dealing with the tragedy, man. I saw the video and it's real crazy, man. You saw it?
Yeah, see, I saw it, but I can't really elaborate on it too much because what I saw, you know how people cut and chop. Only thing I seen was the dude walking around the car, and then he went into the car, and then the police shot.
Wow.
I don't know what happened.
Before.
You know what I'm saying?
You know they always gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
They always gonna cut that out. And what I wanted to say about it, man, is like the same thing we were talking about. You can't make rational decisions off your emotions. The man had kids inside the car. You know what I'm saying? You see that he was a family man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see that he probably got into commotion with his girl because they said it was a domestic dispute. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you got guns drawn on you and everything, you got to use your head and not your feelings. Yeah. Because it's just like war. When people used to fight in the war and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They put their feelings to the side, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how you end up getting killed.
Yeah, your feelings will get you fucked over a lot. Yeah. A lot of times it's best to put your feelings to the side on the sake of your safety and on the sake of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like sometimes you might have to opt out or cop out on some shit, not because you scared or not because you did, but sometimes putting your pride to the side. You know what I'm saying? Will save your life or save somebody else's life around you. Because you gotta, you know what I'm saying, think about what's really going on. Somebody gotta be the bigger person, put it like that.
Somebody gotta be and that doesn't mean that you're a coward or that you fake or you're a bitch ass nigga or something like that. That don't mean none of that. It really means that you using your brain. You living the next day. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen like that for my boy. Yeah. And shout out to Black Lives Matter, man, because all Black Lives matter. Mm-hmm. And all lives do matter, but Black Lives matter too. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want people to realize, you know, that don't understand it. And I see that all the people who say all lives matter after you say Black Lives Matter, that is a kind of a racist statement. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I feel when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement, you know what I'm saying, I can agree to disagree because I believe Black Lives Matter. I believe all lives matter. But I do understand why they say Black Lives Matter because it's only happening to black people. Mm-hmm. So I can't do nothing but support that. Let's say that shit was flip side and reverse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If people was to say, you know what I'm saying, if I knew in this country white people was getting murdered every day, all day, me showing that I care about them and support them would be me getting on the side of them and saying, man, white lives matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. That's white lives matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand it. You know what I'm saying? because we have to stand for each other. That's just letting you know that I'm putting all my feelings to the side. To let you know that I do got feelings for these people and I care about what's happening to them. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why a lot of people don't understand the Black Lives Movement. Which I do understand that even in the Black Lives Movement, you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of people that's trying to fuck the meaning of the movement up by certain things that they doing. But you can't let that distract you from the real reason Black Lives Matter was formed. And the reason it was formed was because black people is on a high rate of getting killed by police and this and this and this, you know what I'm saying, certain people, and oppressed and getting treated wrong in fucked up situations.
We so kill each other in our own hoods, you know what I'm saying?
See, when people say that too, that shit kind of stir me the wrong way when people say, why y'all keep saying Black Lives Matter, but Black lives ain't gonna matter until it matter to your own people. But see, what people don't understand is niggas in the hood that kill each other, if I was to kill another nigga, 9 times out of 10, that person did something to make me kill that person. See, the projects that most of us grew up in was an experiment. If you put a gang of animals in one cage and you throw one bowl of food in there for all, what you think they gonna do?
Yeah, for anybody.
Basically, you putting us all in one area with limited resources. We all ain't got good jobs. We all ain't got none of this. We all can't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the best life as other people. So if you put us all in one pot and we're around each other, we gonna go to war with each other and kill each other. And that's just not black people. That's anybody that's put in poverty. You know
anybody who that's a natural, a human natural, our natural nature.
Yeah, it's in your nature to survive.
To survive,
so
you know what I'm saying?
If it's in my nature to survive, it don't matter who you is, what
race you is, or whatever.
If you around me and you stopping me from eating, and you this and this, and let's say you around me, we in the same platform, and you stopping me from eating, and you stopping me from feeding mine, and I feel like you in the way, I'm gonna have to do something to try to get you out of the way so I can feed mine.
So I can feed my family.
Because at the end of the day, we don't have, go back to that, we don't have the resources that a lot of people have. Yeah. Like a lot of white people, for instance, you know what I'm saying? You remember they be talking about reparations. They talk about black people shouldn't want reparations. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if we shouldn't want reparations, you shouldn't want to benefit from all the things that our ancestors did to have you in the position that you in right now. Because if it wasn't for our ancestors worked hard in slavery. 600 some years, all that. And guess what? For your people to be wealthy right now, and they still benefiting off of it to this day. But we don't benefit off none of that our ancestors did, but y'all benefiting off everything that your ancestors did. Because of our ancestors.
Y'all go back and do some research on who actually funded them for us to get the crops, for us to pick the cotton and all that stuff. Where they were sending it to.
Yeah.
They were sending it back overseas. The overseas was paying them. I ain't gonna say her name, but you know what I'm saying. You look at it.
Put it like this, like a lot of them right now, y'all own a lot of land because see the thing about it is when Europeans came to America and colonized this country, you know what I'm saying? They understood that land was more important than anything. Cause you could be renting a house right now. I don't give a fuck if you buying a house right now. If you don't own the land, when they get ready to knock that house down because you don't own the land, you don't have no say so. So that's why they keep all the land. You know what I'm saying? So that's their resource. A lot of them people still have land, resources, and businesses and all kind of shit that was built off of what their ancestors colonized way back then, which our ancestors worked hard for them to own that shit. And now that we out of slavery, supposedly out of slavery, and they still benefiting off what ours did, and we still on the back burner not getting that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when they say reparation, black people feel like, man, we deserve something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we still being oppressed. All the shit that we have done to put y'all in the situation that y'all in, we ain't benefiting off none of that. But all y'all benefiting. You got newer white people, I'm gonna say European people that colonize the country, that they'll say, you know what I'm saying, well, we ain't got nothing to do with what happened back then. Or okay, if y'all ain't got nothing to do with what happened back then, I know you understand that everything you have right now is because of what happened back then. And everything that we don't have right now is because the plan that was put in place back then, so we won't never have them. So if y'all feel like we shouldn't be tripping off what happened back then, you know what I'm saying, y'all shouldn't be tripping off what happened back then. Give everything back that our ancestors fought hard for, and you'll be on our same level. And we'll be right here. If y'all give that up, then we'll give up on reparations. If you just say everything your ancestors got back then from what they got when they colonized this and enslaved people, wipe all that shit away from y'all, and then we'll be even. And if we even like that, then nobody can say nothing about you wrong for this or you wrong for that. But as long as y'all motherfucking be benefiting off of the shit from back then, of course we gonna always have something to say. Because we feel like we deserve some of that because my ancestors fought for that. My ancestors did some shit for that. And y'all benefiting off of it, but we not. So
shit, they ain't asked to be here.
Straight up, they ain't asked to be here. They were brought here. You know what I'm saying? And to elaborate on that a little, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying all black people didn't ask to be here because
all of them was already here.
And that's the history that they don't want to teach y'all.
Yeah.
A lot of us was already here. A lot of us is indigenous to, a lot of us is indigenous to this land. They lie to you and make you feel like everybody come from Africa. It's just like
what
saying,
you think Blackfoot is?
The Blackfoot Indians. It was black Indians back then, my nigga. All the Indians didn't look like what they said. When Christopher Columbus first came here, he said he seen copper color. A penny is copper, right? Put a penny to my skin. What that look like? Copper.
It was different types of natives, man.
Different types, man. Like
we was even white natives.
Yeah, we had different types.
It was different types of natives, man. It's funny because they still have native history. Yeah, man.
But you got to think about the because see the thing about what people don't understand, the natives, Indians, they got along with the Africans back then. The reason why is because we had some of the same type culture. We all danced and sung and drumming like the natives do to this day. Like even black natives, Blackfoot, black natives, the Iroquois, the Cherokees, all those natives, a lot of them was black people, you know what I'm saying? Like
the Chickasaws, Navajos.
When a lot of, it was only five, now to this day, probably like only 10% of African Americans, I'm talking to this day, only 10% of African Americans right now came from ancestors that come from Africa. Only 10%. The rest of them was already here. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them was already here, man. Like, so they get you to thinking like, if only 10% of African Americans today, ancestors come from Africa, where the rest of them come from? They was already here. You know what I'm saying? So they want to sell you their dream and say that all African Americans come from Africa. That's not true. That's not true. If you was
a lot of them weren't African American. They was native.
Yeah, a lot of them was native. I got my grandpa, which is my mama's daddy. You know what I'm saying? He was an Indian, and his mama was full-blooded Indian. We mixed with, you know what I'm saying? We mixed with Africans because when the percentage of the Africans that was brought over here on the slave ship, when they was running trying to get out of slavery, they ran into a lot of natives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Indian territory, and they took them in. The reason they took them in, a lot of them ran because they was going back to home. They already knew where they was from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They took them in and they mixed with them. That's why we have Indian niggas, because they made it and has, you know what I'm saying, mixed, because they understood us. They understood our culture. We was so much alike. You know what I'm saying? We was already the same fucking people. You know what I'm saying? We was just mixed in with African and natives and this, but at the end of the day, we the same fucking people, man.
Yeah.
Like, real tough.
That shit thrown in all kinds of twisted ways, man. The way they kind of put the whole story. That's why I'd rather do research and read up on shit than watch they little up-to-date films about slavery and shit like that. Because they kind of throw certain things in a twist for entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you saying, for some lights.
Straight up.
For some thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? But what's real is real, man. And fuck they feelings on
man,
that.
this is this book called Black Indians. If you go read that book right there, man, it'll tell you a lot. I mean, a lot of people don't believe in the 23andMe ancestry and the ancestral tests and stuff that they do. But when you already know that you have native in you and you this and this, you know what I'm saying? When you do your results, I got native in me. You know what I'm saying? It's in my blood. I can prove it. I can pull up facts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say, you know what I'm saying? When people be acting like they don't know who you are, man, it's out there. But they don't want you to know because they'll owe you so much money, because the people that they was killing, when they came here and said they were killing, them was your people that was killing, man. When they came here and killed all the Indians and and took over this land, man, that was your people that they was killing. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want you to know that. That's why they give you that Africa story. And I'm not saying that your people not from Africa, because I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, you probably have some ancestors that was. But what I'm saying, it's another side of you, of this that was already here. But who is to determine which side of you was already here and which one that wasn't? You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
It's just like, I tell people all the time, like, how everybody that y'all claim to be African American come from Africa, when all black people are different. You know what I'm saying? Just like all white people are different. You don't have just white people that call themselves European. You have a white boy that might be Italian, Russian, you know what I'm saying? Different types of breeds of white. Just like black people, African Americans, we all not African. We can be motherfucking me Indians, motherfucking me Africans. We come from Jamaica. It's different types of black people, just like it's different types of white people.
My family background got mostly French in it.
Yeah. See, when I did my DNA that I did in the white culture say that I'm 89% African. That's what it say. 89% African and 8% European, which the European is 4. That 8% of that European, 4% of that is British and Irish, which, you know what I'm saying, I have like reddish and brownish hair. That's where they come from. And then, but I got a little ass percentage of European. If you think about motherfucking me, the African percentage and the European percentage, and then I had a native in me, which is 1.9. You know what I'm saying? But that comes from getting breeded so much. But that's just the American ancestry test, because a lot of people don't really believe that's 100%. Because my grandpa, like I say, was you know what I'm saying, native. His mama was full-blooded Indian. A lot of people don't believe in them because they don't want you to know that you native, because they'll feel like they owe you some money. So I really feel like I got way more native in me than that. You know what I'm saying? From my hair, the way my shit grow. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people from the South anyway, got
because like in New Orleans, like we're in Louisiana, you got in New Orleans, you got a lot of Creoles, a lot of all them people is native people. Them people ain't fucking African, man. Like they got some African in them, cause everybody have a little African in them. If you want to be 100,
you want to go 1,000 years back.
Yeah, we have African in us, bro.
But they been here. They been here. They've been here. It came a time where you had these barbaric ass people come from Europe, and they came down and they took over a country. Not fully, but in their mind they did.
Yep.
And they wrote up all these different laws and all this shit, and after a while, everybody got old and couldn't do nothing but get with the program. But
Like,
racism was still there.
Like, if you think about this, how can a person from, like, our ancestors is, how can we grow all these crops and do all this extra shit on some land that don't belong to us when we know the Europeans came and colonized it? You came over here lost. If you come over here lost and didn't know nothing, how did you know how to grow these crops and this and this? Our people had to show you how to do it because we was already here. We already knew how to grow certain type of crops. We already knew how to sustain on this land because we was already on this land. You can't go to no other country right now and try to live off the land and live off when you don't know that land. You have to know that land to a T to even know how to survive on it. So we taught them how to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they came over here and colonized it. Yeah, they came over here with weapons. Some shit that we wasn't fucking with. They came over here with weapons.
And they little tricks on their sleeves, little cunning ass.
Yeah, they came over here and manipulated us, our ancestors, our people. Thanksgiving, prime example. You came over here, we fed y'all. We taught y'all, we showed y'all how to, we taught the motherfuckers how to bathe and everything. Where you think chicken pox come from? They come from the European because they was always living with their animals in the same house as them and living with them. We showed them that's where chicken pox come from. If you look that shit up, a lot of these diseases that come over here come from the European culture. We didn't have that because we understood how to live. We already knew how to do that shit on the land that we was at. You know what I'm saying? They came over here with all them diseases and came over here with all that shit. And we was trying to teach them, which is black people to this day, we got good hearts. We took them in and woo and this and showed them this and they fucking turned their back on us and used that shit against them. Same shit they do to this day. And it ain't nothing they gonna change. They always do that. They know we got good hearts. So we godly people. If you look at it, look it up in the Bible, my nigga. We always been godly people. That's why I say you can't blame black people for the shit that they do, from killing each other, this and this. We ain't those type of people, man. We've been put in a society to where we have to try to survive and have to try to this and this. Y'all made us out to be different people that we ain't even fucking is. That's why we fucked up. We been brainwashed, man.
We gotta come back together, man. We gotta put our feelings to the side, man. Put our feelings to the side and start using this. Doing more research, reading more books, teaching more children, spreading more words about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on about, you know what I'm saying, and then spread more words, especially spreading more words to men about being men. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men ain't men out there, you know what I'm saying? They whine too much. They cry about going to work. They cry about going to work. They cry about doing work. They cry about what the next person doing. Instead of doing their own shit, getting up on their own 2 feet and doing what they have to do, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to provide for you